Hello friends, welcome to Kamath Astrology, and in this video we will talk about the effects of Mars Ketu conjunction in any house in the horoscope. So before we proceed further, we need to understand what exactly Mars represents. Mars is also known as Mangal, and he is considered as a soldier. Okay, he is the Senapati or the commander. Mars therefore represents power, dominance, aggression. He also represents other aspects such as land, siblings, courage, and most importantly, he represents your actions. In the human body, Mars represents the blood flow. On a negative side, Mars also represents accidents, bruises, cuts, and surgeries. So, Mars is our willpower, it is our courage, and Mars is the reason why we wish to take any action in life. Without Mars, we would not have any courage to take any action. Now, what is Ketu? Ketu is also known as the south node of the moon, and Ketu represents suppression, isolation, spirituality. Most importantly, Ketu represents moksha. Ketu represents the things you have already achieved in your past life. Ketu is a karmic planet, so he also represents your past life. If you see this figure, you also realize that Ketu is only the body of the demon Swarbhanu, and therefore Ketu is headless. Now, what happens when this Ketu combines with Mars is what we will see in the subsequent sections. But before that, Ketu also represents certain good things. Ketu represents high level of intuition. You get to know things which may occur beforehand if you have a very powerful Ketu. The mean Rashi or the sign of Pisces is the natural 12th house in the zodiac belt, and if Ketu is placed here, it is said to confer one the privilege to get moksha. And therefore, Ketu also represents isolation and detachment. Wherever Ketu is placed, you tend to get detached from the situation, or the house in which Ketu is placed, you tend to detach yourself from the affairs related to that house. Ketu also represents the ability to go deep into a subject. Ketu also rules the Mula Nakshatra, and Mula means roots, and therefore Ketu has the ability to make a person go deep into a subject and research it extremely thoroughly. Ketu is said to give results similar to Mars from a negative perspective. Like Mars gives accidents, surgeries, bruises, cuts. Ketu also can give such effects. Similarly, Rahu is said to give effects similar to that of Saturn or Shani. Okay, so on a negative side, Ketu is very similar to Mars. So, what happens when these two explosive planets combine in any house in a horoscope? So, let us look at this chart, and you can see the Mars Ketu conjunction shown in each house. Now, let us analyze what happens when Mars is placed with Ketu in the sign of Aries or Mesh. The sign of Aries or Mesh is the sign where the sun gets exalted or powerful. It is Mars's own house. It is the first house of the zodiac belt, and therefore here Mars becomes very powerful. Mars has tremendous energy here. A person with Mars in Aries likes to take direct action. He likes to plunge into situations. Okay. What happens now when Ketu joins this Mars? Now, within this Mesh Rashi, there is a specific nakshatra called as Ashwini, which is the first nakshatra, and that nakshatra is ruled by Ketu. So, when Mars is placed with Ketu, okay, and Ketu is in the Ashwini nakshatra, on the positive side, this person can become a great doctor, a great surgeon, okay, and on the negative side, sometimes it gives a tendency to this person to directly plunge into situations and take some headless action, because Ketu is headless. So the person directly plunges into a situation and takes drastic action without considering the consequences. So that is the negative side of Mars Ketu placement in the sign of Aries. The positive side is you can become a very good doctor, a very good surgeon with this placement, especially when Ketu is in the Ashwini nakshatra. Now let us look at the second house, that is Vrishab or Taurus. We know that the sign of Taurus is ruled by Shukra or Venus. So when Mars and Ketu are placed in this sign, what happens? This sign is the sign of material comforts. Okay, it is the sign of creativity. It is about enjoyment of all types of pleasures. The Rohini nakshatra also falls in this sign. So what happens when Mars and Ketu are placed here? Mars here tends to create a lot of desire, a lot of lust. And what does Ketu do? Mars also represents your speech in this house. Okay, so when Mars is here, generally you may be very rash in your speech. When Ketu combines with Mars, you may speak illogical things. Okay, your speech does not have a proper diction, a proper direction, and it may appear harsh to the one in front of you. Also, it can make one extremely lustful. On the negative side, this combination causes a lot of problems in the family life of the person, because the second house rules your family and your finances. Okay, so generally if Venus is not well placed, then this person will face lot of financial problems, especially when the Ketu Mahadasha is there or the Mars Mahadasha is there, and say within Ketu Mahadasha you have the Mars Antardasha. Okay, so in such a situation, the person can face lot of turmoil in his family, rejection from his family, and loss of wealth. On the positive side, this can make you extremely interested in different types of arts, such as music, dance, etc. Okay, but that depends on the placement of Venus. If Venus is well placed and the Mars energy is properly channelized through a guru, then this placement can give you fantastic results. Now what happens when this combination occurs in the sign of Gemini or Mithun? Now Mercury rules this sign and is an enemy of Mars. Okay, and this sign also rules all types of communication, media, sales, journalism. It is also an air sign. Okay, what happens when Ketu comes in this sign with Mars? Mars and Ketu in this sign tend to make a person very courageous. Okay, and sometimes this person may have lot of fights with his siblings, because this is the natural third house of the zodiac. Okay, and Ketu represents some kind of suppression. Mars represents one's siblings. So suppression due to rash speech, rash communication, misunderstandings occur. Okay, so Mars Ketu here can cause a lot of misunderstanding with your siblings, with your neighbors, with your brothers and sisters. On the positive side, if the energy of Mars is properly channelized either by the aspect of a guru, or if you really get a good guru in your life, okay, then you can become a great writer, a great poet, because Ketu also represents intuition. Okay, he represents deep knowledge, and this combination can make you a great writer, a great poet, provided Mercury is well placed and there is a Jupiterian aspect on this combination. Now what happens when this combination occurs in the sign of Cancer or Kark? The sign of Cancer or Kark is all about emotions, okay, and it is a watery sign, and Mars gets debilitated in this sign. Mars becomes very weak here. Now to combine this, Ketu is also there, okay, so it makes one emotionless. There was a specific case many years ago in Delhi where a mother ruthlessly killed her own children with a knife. She stabbed the children multiple times, and when her Kundali was checked, this combination was there. So what happens is this combination can make one take extremely headless actions, okay, and it can make you do the wrong things on the spur of the moment. You will just feel emotionless. So that is a drawback of this combination when it occurs in the sign of Cancer. Again, if the moon is well placed, then this headlessness of Ketu is reduced, okay, and the person becomes more mature. So if this combination does not have to give you negative effects, then your moon must be well placed in your horoscope. What happens when this combination occurs in the sign of Leo or Sikh? Mars is very strong here in the sign of Leo. The sign of Leo is ruled by the sun, okay, and sun represents our ancestors, our father, and Ketu also represents our past life. So many actors generally have this combination with Mars and Rahu or Mars and Ketu here, okay, and generally this combination gives good results on a professional front. But when Ketu is placed with Mars here, the fifth house also rules the stomach region, okay, it represents our digestive fire, and here this combination can give us some problems such as stomach issues, digestive issues, okay. So those are the negative effects of Ketu here. Now what happens when Mars Ketu is placed in the sixth house? The sixth house is the house of enemies, conflicts, diseases. This is the natural sixth house in the zodiac, and when Mars and Ketu are placed here, generally all your enemies are automatically destroyed. You don't have to do anything, okay, but this house also rules the intestinal area, and Mars Ketu placed here can give problems in the intestine. It can also give problems in the married life of a person because the sixth house represents the loss of the seventh house, okay. So when a strong Mars and Ketu is present in the sixth house, generally the person may not have a smooth married life. There is strong chance of divorce, etc., if Mercury is not well placed, because Mercury rules this house. But on a professional front, the person will overcome his enemies, defeat his enemies, and he can also be a very strong boss and sometimes rude to his subordinates. Now what happens when Ketu is placed with Mars in the natural seventh house of Tula or Libra? Okay, this is the house of partnerships, and Mars is not very comfortable here, okay. So lot of problems in business partnerships, in married life, because Ketu creates a kind of detachment. You may not feel attached to your spouse, okay, and your aggression with your spouse can create lot of problems when this combination is present in the seventh house. It can make you completely detached from your married life. You may not feel any attraction to your wife or to your business partners. Sometimes this combination can cause some kind of lust within you because Mars is also present here, okay, and because Ketu is present, that lust can make you take headless actions. So in a way, this combination is not good for married life and for partnerships. Now coming to the 8th house, that is the sign of Vrishik or Scorpio. Now both Mars and Ketu are considered as the rulers of Scorpio. Mars is the main ruler of Scorpio and Ketu is the co-ruler, okay. And in this sign, it can make one a very deep researcher, a very deep thinker, one who has the ability to go to the bottom of things and dig out and come up with great research. So it can make you a very great researcher. It can also make you a very good detective, a very good investigative agent, okay, who has the ability to delve into the depth of things and find out something mysterious or strange, because Scorpio also represents mysteries. The only challenge with this combination is the person can get a lot of accidents, surgeries in his lifetime, because this is the natural 8th house of the zodiac belt. Now, this combination can sometimes give you a great inheritance from your family. Now, what happens when this combination occurs in the 9th house of Sagittarius or Dhanu? The 9th house of Sagittarius or Dhanu is all about religiousness, spirituality, righteousness. And what happens when Ketu and Mars are placed here? It also represents dharma. Okay, so this can make one a fanatic. Many terrorists are found to have this combination. Okay, however, if this combination is aspected by a benefic such as Jupiter, Venus, Mercury, or even the moon, okay, then these results will not be seen. So when Jupiter aspects this combination, it can make one a highly spiritual person. But if there is no benefic aspect on this combination, then it can make one a fanatic, a person who does not listen to anyone else, a person who believes that his own religion is the only superior religion and all other people belonging to other religions, they have no say. So it can make one a fanatic, and if Jupiter's aspect or Venus's aspect is there on this combination, then it can make you highly spiritual and elevated. Next, let us look at this combination in the sign of Makar or Capricorn. So the sign of Makar or Capricorn is the natural 10th house of the zodiac, and it represents the government, it represents one's status, it represents one's career, one's profession, one's business. And Mars is also said to be exalted in the sign of Capricorn at around 28 degrees. So the combination of Mars and Ketu here can make one work very hard. Okay, this person may be very hard working, but because Ketu is headless, he may be wasting his efforts. He may not be moving in the right direction. So if Jupiter's aspect falls on this combination, then the person gets the right direction in life. It can also make one a headless boss, a boss who does not treat his subordinates well. Okay, because Mars here brings that aggression and Ketu here makes that aggression headless. So you can become a very cruel boss with this combination. But if Jupiter's aspect is there, or somehow Jupiter connects to this combination, then it will make you a very hardworking person, a straightforward person, and one who can achieve a lot in life. At times, if Jupiter's aspect is not here, okay, Ketu can also create extreme disinterest in your work area. You may just feel like work is a big pain in your life. Okay, because Ketu tries to create that kind of detachment. Now, in the sign of Aquarius or Kumbh, this is a good combination. It can make you a very great researcher, a very great scientist. Okay, one who knows how to explore unknown things and bring out the best. On the negative side, this can create a lot of friction with your friend circle, with your network of friends. Okay, so you may not have many friends when you have Mars Ketu in the 11th house. It can make you more isolated, but at the same time, it gives you the ability to research things and to become a great scientist. Now, coming to the 12th house of Pisces or Meen, if Ketu was alone here, then this combination could have given one moksha. Okay, because Ketu tends to separate one, to isolate one, and take one closer to God through hardships. But now Mars is also here, and remember that the 12th house represents bed pleasures. it does not just represent moksha, it also represents bed pleasures. And when Mars is with Ketu here, it can make you a different kind of person. Okay, you may tend to have extreme sexual urges, and that can prove to be a block in your path of attaining moksha. So, in the 12th house, Mars has to be controlled and channelized. If not, this can create a lot of problems in partnerships, in married life, and eventually it will not give you what Ketu actually intends to give you, that is moksha. Another very important thing to remember is that Ketu represents our past life. It represents the things we have already achieved in our past life. So, whenever a Mars Ketu combination is there, it can create a lot of overconfidence in a person. The person may feel that I have already accomplished this, or this is not something great and I can do it again. Okay, so one must take extreme care to avoid overconfidence whenever this combination is there in any house of the horoscope. And wherever Ketu is placed, generally it tends to bring about a detachment with respect to the affairs of that house. Okay, when Mars combines with Ketu, it becomes a different thing. You may feel energized, but at the same time, Ketu tries to detach you from that energy. Now, what karmas cause a Mars Ketu combination in the horoscope? Some bad karmas, such as killing a dog in your past life or destroying a Ganesha temple, can also cause this combination. Remember that Mars is also known as Angarak, and he is a great devotee of Ganesha. At the same time, Ketu is a headless being who also represents Lord Ganesha, because Lord Ganesha's head was also cut off by Lord Shiva. And to remedy this combination, it is very essential that a person prays to Lord Ganesha. Okay, praying to Ganesha can give relief from the negative effects of this combination and turn it into a positive combination. Second thing is serve dogs, because Ketu is also represented by dogs. Lastly, Mars represents the soldier. Mars therefore represents Skanda or Kartikeya. So worshipping Kartikeya also gives relief from the negative effects of this combination. So friends, thanks a lot. If you like this video, please mark it as liked on YouTube. If you have not subscribed to my channel Kamath Astrology, you can do so by clicking the subscribe button. Now, for any queries, any consultation, please email us at astrosevaworld@yahoo.com and we'll be glad to assist you. So friends, thanks a lot. We'll see you soon shortly with another video. Till then, bye. Take care. Stay safe.